Hello, and welcome here to Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park here tonight. Here with the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series. These Platinum Truckers about to take on race number 14 of season number 2. The final race of the regular season here. Heading into the chase. But without further ado, let's take a look here at our race info here tonight. The Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park here. Season 2, race 14. The 0.67 mile, almost 3/4 of a mile racetrack here. Claremont, Indiana. Got about 66 degrees out there in the air, 69 on that racetrack. Beautiful weather out here tonight. 11-mile-an-hour wind to the west. Fixed setups, 0 fast repairs here. 100% fuel load, 4 additional sets of tires down there on pit road. And, of course, using these NASCAR trucks in the Platinum Truck Series. Tonight's race is sponsored by Emma the Deranged, so big shout out to her sponsoring the race here tonight. And then we got the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway here tonight. Correctly guessed that P4 finisher here tonight for your chance to win $5 cash, and that driver also going to receive $5 in iRacing credits. All guesses must be submitted by lap 117. And only one guess per driver, no duplicates. So once a driver has been guessed here tonight, no longer able to be picked. And to get involved here in the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway, head over to the Inspired Racing League, Inspired iRacing League, their handle, YouTube. To get involved, hop over in the chat over there and we'll get you squared away. Big thank you for everybody stopping here. Greg Tilson up in the booth. Push Edge Productions here for all the Inspired Racing League, from the Cup Series to the Platinum Truck Series over to the Heat Series. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Don't want to miss any of the action here. Thank you, everybody. We're live on TikTok, over on our YouTube as well, and then over on the Inspired iRacing League as well. I saw Necker Becky, you just put your vote over on the Push the Edge YouTube. So make sure you go get that vote over in the Inspired iRacing League chat. Inspired iRacing League out there in the chat. Emma out there as well. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Caitlin loving the TikTok over there. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Well, let's take a look here at our championship standings coming into that final round of the regular season. Trent Jones leading the way here. That number 45 machine. Travis Farmer, the number 13, sitting in second. Peyton Boyle in the 3. 16, Elijah Fisher up in the top 5. Austin Hunt rounding out that top 5. The 95. Mike Hauser in that 43. Chris Lyota, the 69. Justin Greenlee in the 70. Josh Henderson, that 17, and Daniel Lehman, that number 10 in 10th. You got Ty Wilson, Hayden Williams, Timmy Neckerbecky, Trent Green, Dawson Kemp, Jeffrey Peppers, Bobby Hadaway, Rob Wilhoit, Levi Ramsey, and Jordan Herring, all in the top 20 here. Of course, this is race number 14, so 13, the most amount of starts any of those drivers can have here. Got about a little over 3 minutes left here in practice. Great look at the top 10s, top 5s. Trent Jones with 5 wins this season. Farmer with 3. Boyle with 2. Hund with 1. And Lehman with 1. Great look at all those stats from our season. Take a look at the practice standings as they sit. Trent Jones up on top of that one. Mike Hauser, Peyton Boyle, Daniel Lehman, Trent Green. And hope you guys saw this. Love that the Pushhead Sim Sports guys, they got a little new paint scheme whipped up for tonight. I'll tell you what, that's a good looking paint job there tonight. Got my face there on those cars. Gotta love it. Short track racing here, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis, Raceway Park. Oh boy, it gets skinny. Take a look though. Just a little bit, 2.5 minutes left here in practice. See, where are those top 5 here in practice right now in the championship? See that championship leader, the 45 of Jones. Currently up on the top of that list. Top of the tower there in practice as well. Farmer second there in the championship, 12th out there on the racetrack. Peyton Boyle, that number 3 machine, in a 3rd in the championship. Also 3rd in the standings here in practice. That boy, he's got something for them 3s, I'll tell you what. That is just too coincidental. I don't know how that all works out, but okay. Elijah Fisher, they're in 4th in the points. That number 16 machine, he's back in 11th. Unfortunately, Austin Hun, the 95, not here tonight. Big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC. Everything you guys do, thank you for the sponsor here of the giveaway. Big shout out, Emma the Range, sponsor of the race here tonight. And Matt Performance Paints. If you need some iRacing paints, be sure to go ahead and check out Matt Performance Paints. Just over a minute here remaining left in practice. Drivers getting those last minute practice laps in. Got Jagger Glover out there in the stream. Teresa, Toothless TTV, Wesley Ottman, Emma out there all in the Inspired iRacing League. Appreciate you guys all out there. Yeah, Trent Jones had a face truck, but now Trent Green with the Greg face truck. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Wesley, you are not slow tonight. Gotta be conservative, buddy. Serve those tires. Make it to the end. Gonna be a long night. 30 seconds left here in practice. Qualifying around the corner. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna roll over to qualifying here. Stick around. Greg Tilson up in the booth. Push Edge Productions, the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Stick around. We will be right back. Back out at the Lucas Oil IRP Speedway. Some cars making it out there to start some qualifying runs. We got that 10 of Daniel Lehman. That 97 there, Wesley Altman pulling out to the racetrack as well. And by popular demand, the Greg face truck there for Trent Green in that 07. Oh, big blink there. I tell you what. Gotta love it. Few of those Push Head Sims boys out there rocking those. Mike Hauser, the 43 Pop Secret machine. Well, look at that. First driver up on the board. Wesley Ottman quickly jumping back to second there. Josh Henderson, the 17 provisional pole. He jumps back to third there. Or second, excuse me. Boyle, the number 3 machine, jump into the top of the boards. Trent Green back to 6th. Quickly getting back to pit road, though. Got Bobby Holloman, that 48. There's a Dolly Parton tribute scheme there for Bobby. Dawson Kemp up to second, the 04. Kurt Gibson up to 5 in the number 5. Oh, Axel Benoit up to 5th. The 29 rocking a Greg face tonight as well. Boyle still up on top. Kemp, Lehman, Henderson, Benoit, Hauser. Did he gain any spots there? No, he did not. Then Kurt Gibson, Elijah Fisher back to 8th. Oh, Justin Greenlee in the 70 up to 4th there. That Sim Speed Shop machine up in the top 5 there. Fisher back in 9th. Carter rounding out our top 10. Neckerbecky in 11th. Holloman, Altman, Green. We got Farmer yet to make a lap. Collins has not made a lap yet. Joseph Maddox, that green carbon fiber Realtree machine out there starting his run. Oh, and he dives down. Jagger Glover, the 33 hot rod, that Hungry Jacks. Big old pancake. That looking pretty good, I'll tell you what. That Ram, pretty sweet looking here tonight. Cross the line, get his run started. Looks like that 33, the last car out there on the racetrack right this moment. And he jumps up to 8 there in the 33. Good top 10. Comes to a slide down there in the infield. Looks like no other cars out on the racetrack. Travis Farmer, the 13, yet to make a lap here. The 93, Carson Collins. The 87, Joseph Maddox did not complete a lap there. The 8, Scooter Perfetio. And the 45, Trent Jones, all yet to complete a lap. Might all be starting from the back of the field here tonight. Have 15 trucks so far qualified here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Peyton Boyle, that number 3, on top of the board right now. Dawson Kemp, Justin Greenlee, Daniel Lehman, and Josh Henderson, your top 5. Axel Benoit, Mike Hauser, Jagger Glover, Kurt Gibson, and Elijah Fisher, your top 10. William Carter, Timmy Neckerbecky, Bobby Holloman, Wesley Allman, and Trent Green, your top 15. And then Farmer, Collins, Maddox, Perfetio, and Jones, all yet to run a lap. Qualifying coming to a close here. We're going to break off back side by side green flag action when we return. right, and tonight's starting grid here, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, race 14 here, season 2, the Platinum Truck Series. Starting off out in front, row number 1, Peyton Boyle with that pole position. Dawson Kemp to his outside there in row number 1. Justin Greenlee, Daniel Lehman going to be rolling off row number 2. Here in row 3, we got Josh Henderson, Axel Benoit. Row number 4 here tonight, just inside that top 10. We're going to have that 43 there, Mike Hauser. The 33 there, Jagger Glover. Kurt Gibson and Elijah Fisher going to be rolling off there. Row number 5, rounding out our top 10. William Carter, Timmy Neckerbecke, row number 6. Here, row number 7, Bobby Holloman, Wesley Ottman. Then row number 8, we got Trent Green and Trent Jones. Pair of Trents back there in row 8. Travis Farmer and Joseph Maddox going to be starting off here, row 9. Rounding out that top 20, Scooter Perfetio, Carson Collins there in row number 10. Rounding out the field, lights out on the pace car. Going to be going green flag here very shortly. Greenlee, that pole sitter, going to be starting us off. Big shout out all you fans out there. Landon Wells out there, Cody Jacobs, Emma, Teresa, Inspired, iRacing League, all out there. But we're coming out of turn number 3 and 4. That pace truck going to dive down into pit lane. And we are taking a green flag here. Next time by, looks like we, wait, lights were out on the pace car, but hey, I'll take it, extra lap. Do a little memory lap here for Dolly Parton. And that pace truck down to pit lane. We are going racing here off of turn number 4. Greenlee, Kemp, Henderson, Lehman, and Hauser, your top 5. Leading us off to the green flag here. That flag out in the air. We are green flag racing here at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Dawson Kemp, a great jump out in front. A lot of side by side in the back of the field. We're 3 wide. Already back here. Lap number 1. Going down into turn number 3. 3 wide. Trent Jones out there on the outside. Wesley Ottman getting together there with William Carter. No yellow flag. Yellow flag does come out. Oh no, Peyton Boyle. The 3 also involved in that one. Yikes, yellow flag here. Coming out. Let's take a look back at that one. 3 wide there on the first lap. Trent Green out there on the outside. Wesley Ottman there through the middle. Bobby Holloman down on the middle. Now we get up to William Carter side by side. They make some contact down the racetrack. Carter, not quite sure what happened there. Ottman able to get slammed down on the brakes. Let's take a look. Let's watch from Carter here. From a different angle. It didn't even look like... Looks like Holloman kept it from going 4 wide. But Ottman and Carter coming together. Almost coming over. A little contact there with that inside wall there for William Carter. That 83. Ottman able to get that thing stopped. But boy, oh boy. I'll watch that one more time from a little farther out. Let's play at full speed. Does anybody else get involved as well? What I'd really like to see. Nobody else involved there in that one. Great job there by all those drivers involved. Yellow flag out for the first time, excuse me. Lap number 4 here. 1 for 18 laps. What in the world? All right, excuse that. because that is definitely incorrect. Not quite sure how that can be that wrong. Let's go ahead and reload this. There we go. Get rid of that starting grid. Whoops. Now let's check this out. Okay. Nope, not going to show me correct data. That's okay. Hey, computers have glitches sometimes. That's all right. But the field's still under pace, and we're going to go back green flag. Hopefully next time by, we're going to go jump side by side one more time. Let me get some of that Milo's Extra Sweet Tea. Big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC, Mad Performance Paints. We will be right back. All right, jumping back live here once again. The green flag about to fall. That pace truck down there into pit lane off of turn number 4. Dawson kept leading him to that green flag. He elected that outside lane. They not... Ooh, what happened? We did not get a green flag there. Not quite sure what happened. Pace truck back out to the pace the field. All right, now that pace truck back down to pit lane. Not quite sure what was happening there. Lehman down there on the inside, that number 10 machine. Dawson Kemp out there on the outside, going to be that restart leader. Axel Benoit, Justin Greenlee, Mike Hauser, Josh Henderson, Kurt Gibson up in the top 5. We are back. Green flag racing once again here. Side by side, we see that Axel Benoit down there, the 29 machine. See my eyes looking at those drivers behind him, giving them the stare down. He's up to that 4th spot, up in the top 5. They're battling. Cross that start-finish line. Kemp up there on the outside. Oh, yellow flag. Yellow flag is back out once again. Looks like Carter involved again. The 83, Travis Farmer, Bobby Holloman, all going to be involved here in this one. Let's check out from the 13 of Farmer right here. Oh, it looks like that 48 of Bobby Holloman coming around. Oh, safe. Safe. Carter comes sliding in there safe. Let's take a look here at this. Bobby Holloman coming around, bringing out that second caution flag here. So a little bit of a self-spin. That Farmer, number 13, making some contact. And then that 83, William Carter, coming to a slide. Luckily, no contact there. Wow, oh wow. Caution back out here for the second time. Let's go ahead and take a look at our top 10 right now. Dawson Kemp out in front. Daniel Lehman, Justin Greenlee. Those top 3. We see 3 manufacturers up in that top 5. See that Axel Benoit, number 29, back there in 4th. There's our first Toyota, following that Justin Greenlee Ford and Mike Hauser Ford, rounding out that top 5. Josh Henderson, also there in a Ford. Kurt Gibson, Jagger Glover, Timmy Necromecki, and Elijah Fisher going to be your top 10, starting that when we go back green. Under yellow flag here once again. Let's take a look. Did it update now? No, it did not. Of course, not 24 laps under caution, because, of course, we have only done 12 laps here, so I'm not sure I even went and did a full reload, so not sure why that not cooperating with me tonight, but okay. Something's got to not work. That wouldn't be a Pushed Edge production stream without something not working. The field about to get back double file. I saw those lights out on the pace car. We're going back green next time by. Down that back straightaway. Kemp gonna be the leader once again out on that outside lane. Axel Benoit out there right behind him, fourth on that outside. Daniel Lehman, Justin Greenlee on that inside. Pace truck down to pit lane. The restart on Dawson Kemp there, that 04. Oh, a big blink for that 17 there. Axel Benoit out. Green flag back underway. Kemp out in front, leading that 10 there of Lehman. Benoit back in third, that 29 machine. Followed closely by Greenlee, Henderson, Hauser. Oh no, yellow flag back out. Let's take a look. Looks like it started Jagger Glover going off the racetrack. He and that 5 of Kirk Gibson. No! Gibson goes around off the nose of that 23. The 16 there, Elijah Fisher, then gets into that 33 of Jagger Glover. Boy, oh boy, caution back out. Peyton Boyle, the 3 barely avoiding that one. Wow, oh wow. Take another look here at that one. Down that back straightaway, we watched that 5 go to blend up. Unfortunately, the 33 was there. The 78, the 45, that 87, all getting by, but the 16 there, that 07, as well squeezing by. That Scooter Perfetio number 8 might have been involved a little bit as well. Let's take a look here. Go like that and that. Whoop, and this. Go full speed here. Oh, hard contact there for Perfetio. Ouch. Hard contact there with the 5 of Kirk Gibson and the 8 of Perfetio. Caution flag back out. Third one for the night. Drivers are definitely getting a little restless. They know this is the last regular season race. They're racing hard here very, very early. Axel Benoit out there high from third. Moving up the racetrack. Good to see it there, buddy. Scott stopping by. Harvick to win out there in the chat as well. Jagger Glover as well. Nice nose. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Go ahead, get a little look. You see the beard down there? He's got the hair on the front clip as well. There is that 29 Axel Benoit out there up in third right now. Gotta love it, Scooter. You outdid yourself there on that one, pal. I'm gonna tell you what. Pace truck back down there into pit road. Kemp still out in front. Lehman, Greenlee, Benoit, Hauser, your top 5. Henderson, Neckerbecky, Jones, Green, and Maddox rounding out that top 10 there. Green flag back out in the air. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis, Raceway Park. The field double file. Kemp able to get a little bit of a run down there on the bottom. A lot of those drivers using that mid to high line right now. Really expect some of those drivers to drop it down to that yellow line. Normally a pretty bottom dominant racetrack here. We see that Benoit machine moving to the bottom there of Dawson Kemp. Lehman able to take over that race lead. Daniel Lehman, the number 10 machine, up your new race leader. Dawson Kemp holding off a charge by that 29 machine. Axel Benoit, we are 21 laps in now. Cross the stripe that time by. Here with the Platinum Truck Series, the Inspired Racing League. Brought to you tonight by Emma the Deranged. Race here sponsored by her. Thank you very much. Big shout out to the partners and sponsors over at Mad Performance Paints and Inspired Marketing LLC. Thank you guys for everything that you do here for the league. See some gaps out front and 4 wide. It looked like almost 4 wide there through 1 and 2. It is a dogfight right now. 3 wide, Boyle out on the outside. Henderson in the middle. Trent Jones down there on the bottom. It is an absolute dogfight right now, right here. They are battling for every position. See that Boyle machine drop down there to that yellow line. He's battling with that 45 there. Trent Jones up in 7th. That's a battle for 7th right there. A lot of these drivers still single file once again. IRP definitely being a 1-lane dominant right there through the middle to the low side of the racetrack. So most of those drivers in those first 2 grooves and kind of moving throughout those as well. Little bit side-by-side action. Jones down to the bottom there on Henderson. Boyle able to make a run there on that outside. The 3 pulling alongside that 45. Take a look. Let's ride on board here. Let's jump up with that 43 there of Hauser. Up in 3rd right now. Take a few laps there with him. Ride on some telemetry. That Pop Secret number 43. 91 mile an hour down there as a low through 1 and 2. Hard on the gas. 120, 130. There is a high entering turn number 3. Great look on board here. Watching that 29 Axel Benoit get to work on that 04 there. Dawson Kemp out in front. Battle for that race lead might be starting to heat up here pretty soon. Take a look. Where's our closest battles on the racetrack? Glover and Carter. Currently that closest battle right now. They're side by side battling it out back here. We see Trent Jones, Elijah Fisher there. They're side by side as well, just outside of the top 10. Wesley Allman, a big bump there from Elijah Fisher. Around goes to 97. Around goes to 16 as well. The 8 of Perfetio coming around. Let's take a look back at that. Whoop, not the right angle. Well, can we find a good one? Take a look here. Going down into turn number 3 and 4. Ooh, a big bump to that rear end. The 16 getting into that 97. Wesley Altman moving up that racetrack. Gets into Trey Green there. Puts him up into the wall a little bit. Kirk Gibson, fortunately, making some contact there with the 97. Look at Farmer. He got lucky. William Carter came around, not making contact with that machine. Let's take another look here from that one. The number 5 involved here in this one. Trying to stay out of it, but nowhere to go. Already committed. That 83 hit that grass. That's what spun that William Carter 83. See if we can find a view here of Elijah Fisher. almost able to save it there, banging doors with Trent Green in the 07. Valvoline number 16 there, sliding to the stop there in the grass. Go ahead, take a look. Number 8 machine. Let's go ahead, ride on board here with Scooter Perfetio. Oh, that 33 making some contact there with William Carter. We missed that, and also collects that Scooter Perfetio 8. So, all right. Let's jump back out here. Back live. 4th caution flag here tonight. Not going to work, so don't count on those caution laps. But 4th caution here tonight. We had a little bit of a green flag running there. Lap number 33 of our 156 laps. A great time to mention that giveaway one more time. Thank you, Inspired Marketing LLC. If you're not already in the Inspired Racing League YouTube, Inspired iRacing League, the handle, hop over to the YouTube. Get involved here with the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Pick your driver who you think gonna finish P4 here tonight for your shot. $5 cash. That driver also gonna come home with $5 in iRacing credits. Get that guess in before lap number 117. And no duplicates. Once a driver has been picked, he can no longer be picked again. Only one pick per driver. So make sure if you got a driver in mind, hop over in the chat, get that pick in sooner rather than later. I'll tell you what. But let's take a look. That top 10 right now. Dawson Kemp, Axel Benoit, Justin Greenlee, Mike Hauser, Trent Jones, Maddox, Altman, Boyle, Farmer, and Neckerbecky. But we're back green flag. We are back racing here. 3 wide again. Look at that. They are 3 wide back here. Battling for every position right now. Side by side. Oh no, the 33 goes around. Jagger Glover not able to save it. Yellow flag coming out on that one. Ouch. 5th caution flag coming out. Let's take a look. That 33 coming around, I think all by himself. That 07 there of Trent Green. My beautiful face there on that race car. I'll tell you what. Jagger, unfortunately, just a little bit of loose off of turn 2. A little help there. Nowhere to go there for Trent Green. Around goes Jagger. That Hungry Jacks machine. Some flapjacks there on the side of that one. Love it. Definitely a cool looking rod out here tonight. Let's take a look. One more. Oh, look at how much damage he already had there to that left rear. Oh, not going to help. That right rear as well. And Jagger Glover goes around. Caution flag. Back out here. All right, let me get some of that Milo's Extra Sweet Tea. We're going to be right back. We're going to jump side by side. Big shout out. Inspired Marketing LLC. Bad Performance Pains. Thank you guys, everything you do here for the Inspired Racing League. Thank you all the fans. Two Flesh CTV, Cody Jacobs, Emma out there, Scott, Teresa. Thank you all being here with us out there in the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Got digital sports cards out there in the TikTok tonight. Thank you guys. But stick around. Green flag action back here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park here. The Platinum Truck Series with the Inspired Racing League. We will be right back. Back here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Race number 14 here, season 2. Back under yellow conditions. The field double filed back up. Let's take a look how that top 10 changing around a little bit. Dawson Kemp, Axel Benoit, Trent Jones, Mike Hauser, Joseph Maddox, Justin Greenlee, Peyton Boyle, Timmy Neckerbecke, Travis Farmer, Josh Henderson, your top 10. Quite a few drivers making their way up and down that racetrack. Look at Jones, up 13. Maddox, up 13. Neckerbecke, up 5. Farmer, up 7. And then Lehman, down 13. Henderson, down 4. Greenlee, down 3. Quite a lot of movers and shakers. Look at our lap leaders right now. Yeah, I'm not sure why I gave all those drivers a lap lead. Definitely don't think that's the case. Don't know, maybe none of that graphic's going to work tonight, but okay. Kemp out in front, Benoit down on that inside. Kemp having good luck out there on that outside lane here on these restarts so far. Waiting for that green flag to fly for that 0-4. He is off. We are back racing that Sophia the Fierce. Stronger than cancer. Big shout out there for that one. That's a good looking hot rod. The 45, Trent Jones, up to that high side. He's looking for that race lead. Side by side. Down that back straightaway they go. The 45 might be able to get the run there on the 0-4. He does. He clears that 0-4 down that front straightaway. New race leader, Trent Jones, the Toyota number 45, up 15 spots right now. Up to that top spot, leading the way right now. And that is, what, Princess Beyonce? Paint job here tonight. Beyonce? I'm not sure. Not 100% sure on that one. Interesting nonetheless. But look at that battle for second. Kemp back to second. And Benoit looking for something. Diving down to the bottom, up to the high side. Boyle looking up high. Trying to get something rolling here. The battle is definitely out front. Boyle to that outside there of the 29 machine. Down that front stretch they go. Jones, Kemp, Boyle, Benoit, Hauser, your top 5. Back almost all single file. We see Jagger Glover, that 33, a little contact there with that outside wall. Boyle all the way down to the bottom. That number 3 machine looking at that inside there of Kemp. Not able to keep the run there. But make sure you hop over here to the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Get involved in the giveaway here tonight. The Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Hop in the YouTube chat and pick your vote to who's going to win, or excuse me, who's going to finish P4 here tonight. You can correctly guess that driver, your shot to win $5 cash. And then that driver going to win $5 iRacing credits. Got to lap number 117 to get that vote in. So make sure you go ahead, head over to that Inspired Racing League YouTube and get your vote in here for the giveaway tonight. Only one pick allowed per vote, so definitely make sure you get that in. Get the vote in for your driver you want, because it might disappear. Somebody might pick him already. But Jones out in front, he's got some trouble now. The battle for the race lead. Boyle down to the bottom, looking for some room. That number 3 machine. They are only separated by 0.2 of a second right now. Oh no, Boyle with the mistake. Kemp looked like he was going to try to capitalize there, but he did not. 51 laps complete here so far. Copy that, Emma. All right, it's for his girlfriend. Okay. It is Princess Beyonce. Copy that. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what Trent Jones had on that race truck, but hey, it looks good. Watching that battle for P1 right now. Boyle looking to get down to that bottom side and get a run rolling. He's not able to roll out all the way to the top. He had the space and could clear him there mid-corner. He would have a little bit extra speed there. Definitely making better corner speed right now, but that momentum down these straightaways just not enough for that number 3 to overcome right now. But they are battling it out side by side right now for that race lead, I'll tell you what. Take a look at that average over the last 5 laps. He is gaining that 3 with better lap times. Has him catch him in 9 laps. I don't know about that, but definitely trying to get side by side with that 45 there. Also, watch that Axel Benoit 29 machine. My face on the side of that one tonight. He's working his way up. He's in a podium spot right now. Up in 3rd spot. These 3 drivers really working their way ahead of the rest of the field right now. But Peyton Boyle, Trent Jones, they are still duking it out front. Let's take a look. Where's some close battles? Neckerbecky and Farmer back here for that 9th spot. They're side by side right now. Neckerbecky holding on to that outside lane. Farmer using that inner more lane. Now he elects a little bit tighter of a lane there for Neckerbecky. Also, one of those paint schemes here with my face on it. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and do a reverse top 10 rundown. Neckerbecky holding that 10th spot right now, up 2 spots starting back in 12th. Farmer just ahead of him, that 13. He's up 8 spots, starting back in 17th, up to the 9th spot. Maddox, a little ways ahead of that, the 87. He's up 10 spots, started 18th. He's worked his way up to that 8th position. Justin Greenlee here, that 70 machine, down 4 spots, started up in 3rd. Currently back up to that 7th position right now. Just ahead of him, that Pop Secret 43 there, Mike Hauser. Just outside of that top 5. He just lost that spot there to that 04 of Dawson Kemp. They are side by side there. That outside lane definitely working here tonight. He started up in 2nd. He's back 3 spots. Up a little ways now. Look at that 17 down to the bottom. Into the inside of the 29 there. They're battling side by side. Axel Benoit there moving back to that 4th spot. The 17 not quite clear yet, but there he clears himself off of for a run there for Axel. Axel down to the bottom. And they are side by side up front as well. Boyle all the way down to that grass line below that yellow line. Low on that apron, I'll tell you what. And then out in front, the 45 there, Trent Jones leading the way, but Boyle, he is trying everything that he can to change that. Coming to lap number 65 here this time. Let's take a look at those championship top 5. Up in P1 right now, Jones leading the way on the racetrack as well as here in the championship points. Farmer up in the top 10, back in 9th. Boyle right there fighting for it, up in that 2nd spot right now. We watch that 17 there of Henderson. He has worked up to this pack past the 29, and he is looking for more. Fisher, that 16, he's just inside of that top 10, back in 10th there as well. Little update there on your championship top 5. Things have calmed down quite a bit. Much more single file action right now. The pack really starting to get separated. But out in front, look at that battle for the race lead. It's still raging on. Oh, look at that. The Emma with the heart there on the back. There for Trent Jones for his girlfriend. Looking back at that 3 there, the good wrench. AC Delco, Peyton Boyle. Looking a little like Dale Earnhardt. Trying to use that bottom side. Wants that 45 to make a mistake right now, so that he can work himself by. Looking at that first car to go a lap down. No, not the first car, excuse me. Looking at that 78 going another lap down. He's already a lap down there, Neckerbecky, unfortunately. Take a look out that back. The Pushhead Sim Sports. Number 78 there. That is your race leaders right there, unfortunately. Keep hitting your marks there, buddy. Stay out of trouble. Yellow might be coming to save you. Lap number 71. These laps definitely starting to tick away here. Let's take a look, though. Now they are about matched pace there over the last 5 lap average run. Jones and Boyle. Take a look back. Boyle and Henderson. They are as well a match pace. And then Henderson and Benoit back here. Benoit a little bit quicker. Maybe Benoit on that 29, the fastest car right now. Hopefully he's saving his stuff back there. Letting these guys battling it out ahead of him. Saving his stuff for later. Got the track position he wants. Definitely would be the move I'd be using right now. See that gap all the way back to that 0-4 there, back in 5th of Kemp. And then again all the way back to that 5 machine back in 10th. Back to 11th, Carter. Another quite a few seconds, and wow, oh wow. The field definitely starting to get spread out. As those laps tick away though, make sure, hop over that Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Get your vote in for who you think is going to finish P4 tonight for your shot for $5 cash. Get that vote in. If somebody already chose that driver, they'll let you know. Only 1 pick per driver. So if you got a driver in mind, definitely go and type him in here early if you think he's going to finish their P4. Got until lap 117. We're on lap 74, or excuse me, 76 this time by. Here's a battle side by side. Joseph Maddox, that carbon fiber real tree number 87 down there on the bottom. But Travis Farmer, that Ram number 13 on the outside, able to get a run there, get past that number 87 there. That's a battle for that 8th position right now. But out in front, they are still battling side by side. Boyle has not given up on that fight here for Trent Jones. Riding on board, looking back. Wow, what a run. Not able to do anything with it. Down to the bottom. Jones into the wall. They're side by side here. Ooh, a little bit of contact, maybe. Jagger Glover. Now that lap car in these leaders away. He dives down there below those cars. Great job getting out of those leaders' ways there. Definitely going to shake things up. A yellow flag. We're on a bit of a green flag run now. Our longest green flag run of the night. We have not been under 38 laps of caution, but 5 caution flags tonight. Fortunately, don't know why it's got yellow flags so high, but is what it is. 3 lead changes so far. And that battle out front, Trent Jones still your race leader. But Peyton Boyle, he is all over that number 45 right now. Oh, into the wall goes Boyle in the 3 right there. Well, let's go ahead. Let's hear the sights and the sounds of the Platinum Truck Series here with the Inspired Racing League at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Let's go ahead and crank it up. All right, thank you. A little bit of a crank it up there with the Platinum Truck Series here, the Inspired Racing League. But looking back, look at that. That 3 machine is starting to fall back a little bit. 0.4 of a second back there for Peyton Boyle. As I say something, back up to 0.3. Closing back in on this 45 there of Trent Jones. Diving down there into that inside lane, trying to make something happen there. Still side by side, battling it out for that race lead. I'm really curious what lane gonna use those tires more. Who's gonna have enough left there at the end? That 3 of the 45. They use their stuff up, that 17 and the 29. Right there for the taking. Oh, we see some teammates there get side by side. Neckerbecky and Perfettio. Double the trouble, I'll tell you what. That absolutely gives me a kick. I hope you guys having as much of a laugh as my face on that car as I am, because that is absolutely hilarious. But Boyle has not given up there on that 45 machine. They are battling it out for their hearts right now. We still got 66 laps left to go here. Plenty of time. I'm expecting Possibly some green flag pit stops might be in our near future. So these drivers can make it that full distance, because I do not believe that they'll make it the whole way. Boyle trying to get a run going, just unable to make something happen down there on that bottom. And Trent Jones not giving up that high side right now. Once again, if you have not, make sure that you get involved here with the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Correctly guess tonight the P4 finisher for your chance to win $5 cash. The driver will also receive $5 in iRacing credits. All guesses must be submitted before lap number 117. So coming to about 20 laps left to make that choice here very quickly. And no double guessing. Once a driver has been picked, no duplicates. You cannot double pick a driver. Only one guess per driver. So if you got a driver in mind, make sure you get over there and get in that name or number of your favorite driver to get involved and get entered in for that P4 giveaway. Look at that. Green flag pit stops have begun here. We see that Boyle number 3 from that second spot dive down there into pit lane. The first leader to find himself down pit road. We also see that 70 there, Justin Greenlee, following suit. And pit stops have begun here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Definitely a fun night of racing here with the Platinum Truck Series. Hope you guys all having a great Wednesday night. Big shout out Inspired Marketing LLC, sponsor tonight here, the giveaway. Of course, big sponsor of the league as well. Emma the Deranged sponsoring the race here tonight. And then Mad Performance Paints. If you need a iRacing paint, make sure you go ahead, check out with Mad Performance Paints. Get you hooked up with a sweet looking hot rod. But out in front, Trent Jones, our current leader, started back in 16th, up 15 spots right now. That Toyota Tundra leading the field. I did want to stop and talk about the race week coming up this week. It looks like Friday gonna be my fun day. Gonna do the triple header there with the Midwest Racing Fun League. Gonna do trucks. Oh no, yellow flag! Yellow flag comes out. Oh boy, can we find out who that was? Let's take a look. That definitely gonna shake some things up. Yellow is already out? No. It is now. So let's go ahead, hit that stop. Let's try to find out what happened here. See if somebody's off pace somewhere. Not seeing anything. I am not sure about this caution, guys. Trying to find it. Don't see it. Nope, I am not seeing it. Unfortunately there. All right, well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to break side by side. A few more pit stops there for a few drivers. Curious to see how this all shakes out. We will be right back. Back out here at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park once again. Yellow flag coming out. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Taking a look at that, and I don't see anything that would have caused that caution. So I'm not sure there, unfortunately. But let's go ahead. Let's look at our top 10. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Trent Jones, Elijah Fisher, Hayden Boyle, Axel Benoit, Mike Hauser, Josh Henderson, Travis Farmer, Justin Greenlee, Timmy Neckerbecke, and Kirk Gibson. Going to be your top 10. And 9th on back, all a lap down, it looks like. So unfortunately, due to this yellow flag coming right out there in that green flag pit stop rotation, not helping a lot of these drivers, unfortunately. Quite a few drivers going to be fighting to get back on that lead lap. Looks like those lights go out. We go side by side this time by. No, we don't. Interestingly. I'll tell you what, that 78 machine going to get his lap back there, I think. Maybe the lucky dog. Not entirely sure there on that one. But I'm watching you. Look at those eyeballs. Really curious what that looks like if you're following that. Looks like kind of like everybody kind of mixed up where you're sitting right now. Yeah, that is staring into your soul there off the back bumper of that 78. I'll tell you what. Man, I hope you guys having a big of a laugh here about this one as I am, because that paint job is absolutely hilarious. 106 laps complete of our 156 so far. So we're coming close. 10 laps to go here in our giveaway. 6 caution flags so far. Let's take a look for P4 tonight. Your guess for P4 over there in the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. For your window, for your chance to win $5 cash. The driver going to get $5 iRacing credit. 1 pick per driver, so get your pick in now. That giveaway going to come to a close there, lap 117, so it is ticking closer and closer. We're coming to 10 laps to go to that mark. And still not sure. We've got some lap cars all mixed in. iRacing not getting this order figured out. So we're going to jump back side by side one more time. No, I see lights out. Still unsure kind of what's going on. Yeah, it looks like none of these guys in their spots. I'm not sure. And they aren't even double file either. I don't know. We're sending it. Pace truck down there to pit lane. The 87 down there around on the bottom. We are green flag though. Green flag is out. We're back racing. Not quite sure what happened there, but iRacing not having a good time. I'll tell you what, boy. Oh no, the 78 Neckerbecky up in the wall back there. Looks like Jones has that race lead right now. Followed by Boyle and Benoit. It looked like a few of those lap cars all mixed up front there. Not sure why that happened, but Hauser looking towards that bottom side, trying to get a run there on that 29 Axel Benoit. Oh, Neckerbecky up into the wall. That teammate machine with that very similar paint job here tonight. That's definitely going to help that 45. The 3 of Boyle on a charge, though. Even though he's got some of these lap cars in between, he is looking for that room down on the bottom right now. Lap 112, 5 laps left to go. And that Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Let's take up that giveaway one more time. That coming to a close. Make sure you go get that vote in. A lot of side-by-side battling as well. Throughout the field, up front to the back. They are really battling it out right now. Out front, though, Boyle able to get past those lap cars now on that rear bumper of that 45 there, Trent Jones. Coming to lap 115, 2 laps left to go. Axel Benoit goes around. Able to save it. He stays rolling, Trent Green. Getting into contact, yellow comes out. Oh no, not what those push-head Sim Sports boys wanted. They get together. Let's take a look back at that. Oh no. So we're going to watch that Axel Benoit number 29 get very sideways, lock those front tires up, keep it rolling, kept it off of that inside wall. And then unfortunately that 07 of Trent Green making some contact there with them. Let's take a look what happened to that 07 there to get him to come around. Oh, we're going to back this up a little bit. 3 wide off a turn for the 13 into the 70 into that 07. And caution flag comes out. Going to watch it from one more angle here. Oh, that is rough. Seventh caution flag out here tonight. Definitely going to shake some things up. I do believe a few of those race trucks going to have to come down there to pit lane, I am sure. Henderson, Fisher, Greenlee down there on pit road. Green down there as well. Let's Take a look. What's that top 10 going to look like as we get ready to go back green? Trent Jones, Peyton Boyle, Axel Benoit, Mike Hauser, Travis Farmer, Kurt Gibson, Josh Henderson, Elijah Fisher, Justin Greenlee, and Timmy Neckerbecky up in the top 10 right now. Those cars getting back side by side. We're going to go back racing next time by lights out on that pace truck. Big thank you. Inspired Marketing LLC, Matt Performance Paints, and then Emma the Deranged sponsoring the race here tonight. Definitely a interesting restart on that last one, but they're back green flag this time. Back racing, none of those lap cars up there, so now those lead lap cars all back together with themselves. Glad to see that work itself back out there. Jones out in front. Now we see that Hauser, number 43. He's starting to come on. Lap 121. So those votes have come to a close. No more chances to get in that giveaway. Hauser down to that inside, the Ford F-150 Pop Secret. Number 43 trying to get a run down there on that inside lane. Side by side, once again, the 43 down to that bottom side. Hauser looking for that race lead here. The 45 of Trent Jones. Been leading for the last little bit of this. Hauser trying to move to the top now. The bottom wasn't working. Can he make the top work? Now Boyle down to that inside there in that 3 machine. Battle for your race lead between 3 drivers right now. Also, don't count that Josh Henderson, 17. He came in on the long run as well as that top 5 driver there, the 29, Axel Benoit. Elijah Fisher making a charge forward. That Valvoline number 16 machine, he's up to 6th. Justin Greenlee just behind Daniel Lehman. That's a lap car, that 10. Travis Farmer, the next car on the lead lap, back in 8th. Kurt Gibson back in 9th. And then that first driver a lap down, Timmy Neckerbecky in that 78. Rounding out your top 10 right now. But out in front, that battle really starting to get heavy. Look at that. Giving him the bumper. Hauser in that 43, all over that 45 machine. Side by side, but not able to get enough there. The outside lane, just such a good run off of the corner down these long straightaways here at IRP. 29 laps left to go here. Take a look back at our race recap. 128 of our 156. Quite a few cautions. 7 caution flags here tonight. Great look at that racetrack. We had a big, long green flag run there in the middle of the race. Green flag pit stops happening during that run. Unfortunately, kind of coming out mid-run, so definitely shake some stuff up for sure. No lap traffic to worry about for these lap leaders right now. Everybody back behind them. Definitely was a concern with that last restart. Some of those drivers a lap down mixed in with those race leaders. We see that 16 Elijah Fisher diving down to the inside there of the number 17 Josh Henderson, trying to get a run down there on the bottom. Ooh, a little contact there with that outside wall there for the 16. Henderson trying to hold on to that 4th place spot. Elijah back in 5th right now. "25 laps left to go here. The Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. A few shots from around the racetrack as they're heading around this beautiful racetrack. Jones still out in front battling with that 43 of Mike Hauser right now. Hauser putting on a better lap time right now. Can he get by though? It's been so difficult. If you don't go for the pass on the outside, just so hard to get it done down there on the bottom. About matching pace back to losing pace there a little bit. Just not able to get by there for that 43 machine right now. On that race leader, 45, Trent Jones. That Toyota Tundra leading the Ford F-150 and a Chevrolet Silverado there in that number 3. All 3 manufacturers in the top 3. And look at that, a Ram up to 4th. He's working his way by that 17, Elijah Fisher, trying to work up another spot. That bottom side starting to work for him a little bit. Not many drivers getting that bottom to work well. Oh, a little bit of door banging there. And he closes the door. Elijah up to 4th there. Started back in 10th, up 6 spots. Having a good start to his race. Or good end now. 20 laps left to go. Things are winding down. Looking at a podium position, but all 3 of these drivers up front, little far away. We got about a 1.5 seconds up to that 3 of Boyle. He's only separated by 0.3 of a second to that 43, and they're only a 1/10 separating that 45 and the 43 out front. Jones leading the way in that 45. Hauser, that 43, all over his back door. Somebody's going to have to make a mistake. Will you push him hard enough to make that mistake? Out in front, coming at 17 to go. Trent Jones, Mike Hauser, Peyton Boyle out in front, your top 3. They are all separated by a 1/2 second. At most. Probably about 0.4 of a second, really. And then a little farther back, about a 1.5 seconds, we got that Elijah Fisher 16 starting to gain on this pack up ahead just a little bit. Riding on board with that Valvoline number 16. 15 to go next time by. Gaining about 0.06 a lap. The last 3-4 laps, all green there. So if he can keep up that pace, he's going to catch these race leaders. But can he get by? Telling me about 15 laps till he catches. I don't know if he's got time, though. Laps going to start ticking away here. 14 to go. Not enough time there. Jumping down to 6 laps. to catch that number 3. That 3, a big mistake that last lap. Look how far he fell off from those race leaders there. And then back in 5th, Josh Henderson in that 17, the Ford F-150, rounding out our top 5 right now. But right now, sitting up in that 4th spot, the giveaway spot here tonight, that 16 Elijah Fisher. He has caught that 3 though. Down to the bottom he goes. The battle for the giveaway spot right now. Jones still out in front, leading that Hauser, number 43. We see that battle still very much underway. Tenth on back, a lap down, starting with that Neckerbecky machine. Green, Perfettio, Lehman, Maddox, Carter, your top 15. Kemp, Glover, Wilson, Altman, Holloman, and Collins rounding out the field. Go ahead and do a little top 10 rundown coming to the end here. 10 laps left to go. Trent Jones out in front, still leading this thing. Able to work by that Trent Green 07, a lap car right there. Hauser having a little more difficulty there. Back in 2nd, battling with this 07 machine. A lap car right now. Back to 3rd. Look at that. The 16 Elijah Fisher able to work up into a podium spot. He was able to capture that 3rd spot from that Payne Boyle, number 3. Boyle back to 4th. Henderson back to 5th. We just talked about him. Farmer holding up in that 6th spot. And then Axel Benoit falling back to 7th there. Starting up there, up in 3rd, that last run. 7 laps left to go. Greenlee up to that 8th position in that number 70 Sim Speed Shop machine. Gibson rounding out that top 9. That last car on the lead lap, and then the first car a lap down back, holding up in 10th, Timmy Neckerbecky. I'll tell you what. Oh, really good looking paint job. Oh, a little contact there with that outside wall. But let's look. 5 laps left to go. And Trent Jones leads the way. Elijah Fisher able to work it past that 43 there of Hauser. Will he be able to catch that leader? Now that is the question. 14 laps. No, that is not going to be enough time to get it done there. 4 laps left. 1.3 separates. That 45, Trent Jones out in front. That 16, Elijah Fisher. Looking to try to go on a run here. Trying to track him down, though. 3 to go. Definitely not enough time unless Trent Jones with a big mistake. See Jones a little bit up into that wall there. Fisher able to knock that gap down to 1.2 seconds. 2 laps left to go. Next time by, we will get the white flag. Trent Jones out in front here. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Up 15 spots. Going to be the hard charger as well. And the lap leader, I do believe, off of turn number 4. The white flag out here for Trent Jones. One more time around for that number 45. Oh, a big lag spike. No, tell me he doesn't blink out. right before we cross the line. No! Oh no! Did it score him finishing? It did. Wow. I just got very nervous for that 45. What a big blink there at the end. Elijah Fisher, the 16, coming home in second. And then Mike Hauser coming home in third. Trent Jones leaving the racetrack. He is not going to celebrate, fortunately, there. Oh, no, he's just blinking out. Having some major connectivity issues right now. Can't find him out there on the racetrack. I think it sent him to pit lane. But your winner here tonight. Somebody's out there celebrating. That's Farmer. Not your IRP winner. Is Jones out there? There we go. It is. It won't give it to me. He just keeps blinking. Well, let's take a look at our race results then. Unfortunately, can't take a look at that burnout there from the 45 of Trent Jones. It is just not allowing me. He keeps blinking out. Trent Jones, though, the race winner here tonight. 112 laps led there by that 45. Elijah Fisher, that Mad Falcon Motorsports, number 16, coming home second. And Mike Hauser, the 43 Pop Secret Machine, coming home here in third. The hard charger, Trent Jones, up 15 spots, started 16th up to first. Most laps led by Trent Jones, 112. Mike Hauser, that 43, he did get that fastest lap here tonight, a 21.995. Peyton Boyle starting on the pole, falling back there to a respectable top 5, fourth position there for that number 3 machine. Starting off out in front from the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. That's 0.67 of a mile racetrack here. 156 laps, our total distance, 105 miles for these drivers. 5 green flag lead changes between 5 different leaders, excuse me. 7 caution flags for a total of 52 laps. Fortunately, a few added there for some iRacing glitches and some other things. Fortunately, I don't think Trent Jones is going to be able to do an interview from what I see out there in the chat. But we will see if he jumps in here. But for the meantime, big shout out Inspire Marketing LLC, Mad Performance Paints, Emma the Deranged, sponsoring the race here tonight. All you fans, thank you stopping by. Emma, Scott, Cody, Teresa, Hayden out there as well. I saw Scooter Perfetio, Timmy Neckerbecky, Jagger Glover, Mr. NASCAR out there, Chris Lyota as well. Hayden Williams out there, Toothless TTV stopping by as well, Axel Benoit. Just thank you everybody stopping by. Trent Green was out there, Wesley Ottman. All stopping by that inspired iRacing League YouTube. And no giveaway tonight, no winner. Unfortunately, see that confirmation. No winner for the giveaway. Unfortunately, nobody picking that number 3 there of Peyton Boyle. But yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to jump to some commercials when we return. Victory lane, hopefully with that 45. But I think that might not be it. We might be stopping by with Elijah Fisher and Mike Hauser. But stick around. We will be right back. Waiting for some of these drivers to hop up in the interview booth. So, gonna wait a few more moments here. It looks like Trent Jones not gonna be able to make it. That internet issue there at the end of that race. I wasn't even sure if it was gonna credit him with the win there. I got very, very nervous there when he blinked out there down that back straightaway on that last lap. But we're gonna stick around. We're waiting for that Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser machines. So we will be right back here with them. Stick around. All right. We've made our way over here. Unfortunately, no victory lane tonight. Trent Jones, some network issues. So, congratulations to that 45 Trent Jones on the win here tonight at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park here with the Platinum Truck Series. Inspired Racing League, the final race here of the regular season here. Season number 2, race 14. Great job. Congratulations to him. But we are standing here with that number 16 there, Elijah Fisher, able to capture that P2 position here tonight. We were watching you there at the end there, Elijah, working your way up through that field. It looked like you had a little bit fresher tires than the rest of these guys. How did that race go here for you tonight? And how was that trying to get your way back up to second where you finished there at the end there?
Well, I was just reading something in the chat there, and looks like Cody Jacobs said I was just quick to cost him the giveaway. So yeah, he's correct. That was my motivation. I'm just kidding. I gotta banter a little bit. No, I felt like I had a really quick truck tonight. Definitely had a lot of speed. Just I didn't even think I was managing the tires, but there were a couple guys that were falling off. It just kind of feels like, you know, just some guys were really overdoing it into the entry. I was trying way too hard at the end. I kind of had hit the wall a couple times, but we had some damage from earlier on in the race, and so I um, just didn't really have quite enough on the front end of the truck, and it was kind of tight. So I just kind of took a different approach and ran the corners. Ironically, similar to a NASCAR Heat 5 New Hampshire line is what I developed that into, and I guess that worked out for me to get the thing to rotate. So, um, I don't know. I guess that's just something I've always been good about, is trying to find lanes despite the circumstances, and just trying to find something else out of the truck. And yeah, it was pretty good. Felt pretty confident in those last 40 laps at least. Just wish I had like another 10 laps, but it is what it is.
Maybe could have got Trent there, yeah, if you had a few more. But tell me a little bit about that racetrack tonight. IRP, pretty known for being one lane dependent at night. Pretty much got to stick to that middle to high side to keep that momentum rolling. And then if you're side by side down on the bottom, it's so hard to get a run here at IRP unless you really dive it down there into that corner. Tell me how it was passing here tonight.
Really difficult. I had some really good battles with Scooter, especially. He was really giving me tough looks. Josh Henderson was doing the same thing, and it kind of seemed like the theme was to kind of run the middle lane on the entry, and then either kind of cut it down low. And so that just makes it really hard to pass because if you try to get to the inside, you're going to wash up a little bit if you throw it in there. It's kind of an old saying, if what goes up must come back down, but it's the opposite on the corner entry. It's, if you start down low and too low, you're going to wash up the track. And so if somebody's running in that middle, it really pins you down. There's a little bit of a difference of banking between the bottom lane. So you got like the yellow line. It's real flat that first lane. The second lane where everybody was entering was a little bit banked. So, it really makes it difficult to get something to stick. So for me, passing, I had to enter up by the wall and then just wait for the truck to rotate and then just drive it down the track while everyone else was kind of trying to cut it down or whatever. It was really really tough to get a pass, despite being 3 lanes, but made it fun. It made it fun to have to pass because you had to be at somebody's quarter panel and try not to overdrive. And um, again, major shout out to Scooter and Josh Henderson. They were blocking really good.
Yeah, definitely one of those racetracks that it's so hard to pass at. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Definitely one of those racetracks on my schedule. Whenever I see it on one of my schedules that I got to drive, I know I got to get some practice in and really use that top lane, keeping that momentum up, but still not overdriving and using those tires. You still want to get down on that bottom as much as you can to save those tires, of course. Running that all the way out on the outside, definitely not good for those right sides. But a great performance here tonight by that 16 Mad Falcon Motorsports. Elijah Fisher finishing here second. Unfortunately, not able to interview Trent Jones there. But before I let you go, congratulations there, Elijah. And who do you got to thank here ending up on the podium tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank you for putting on the broadcast, of course. Shout out to everybody who was showing up, all the fans and everybody in the chat. Having a good time. Appreciate everybody here at Inspired. Want to shout out especially to our race controls for taking the time and helping keep the series running smooth, and all the other admins that helped me out. I got to thank my mom, of course, for managing the socials aspect of it, and for also being my personal coach, of course, and helping me to keep my head on straight. And yeah, I got to thank God, of course, for allowing us to do this too.
Awesome. Appreciate it there. That number 16, Mad Falcon Motorsports, there of Elijah Fisher. Congratulations, bud. Look forward to seeing you not next week, but the week after there for the start of the playoffs.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to grab that driver of the Pop Secret number 43 there. Mike Hauser coming home third here tonight up on the podium. Mike, another time you're talking with me at the end of the night. You tend to close these things out. A great race here tonight. Hard to pass. IRP always known to be hard to pass. How did that track treat you here tonight, Mike?
I'm exhausted, Greg. I'm not gonna lie. That last 30 or how many laps that last run, I would push that truck as hard as I absolutely could have. I mean, it like you said, it was just so hard to pass, especially when everyone's riding like that middle top lane. We didn't qualify as good as we wanted to. I kind of messed up my qualifying. Had top 5 speed all night. Like I said, it's just hard to pass. There were guys that I know I was faster than throughout the runs, and I just couldn't get by them. But we kind of try to make a pit call or pit strategy there to pit 50 to go, and got trapped a lap down, got the wave, and then we had another caution, and I decided to throw tires on it, and I felt like I was faster than Trent there that last run, and he was, we were texting each other about it. I felt like I was faster. I think I set the fastest lap, but I just couldn't pass him. I was doing so much to try to pass him that I think I burned the tires up doing it, and a little upset at myself for doing that. Normally I'm really good at like managing and then getting the guy in front of me when it counts most, but that Peyton behind me was also, I think, on fresher rubber, and so I had to play a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, and like I said, when you're in that high line, like there's just not a lot you can do. Like I didn't want to move him, and I gave him a couple taps, letting him know I was there. But I just didn't want to move him. I don't know, it's just not how I race, and probably would have expected it back if I did. So Yeah,
Yeah, it was
just kind
some
of a little short
really
there.
good racing between you two. When you guys were side by side there, kept diving to the bottom, then you tried the top. I saw you moving around the racetrack trying to see if you could get him off the game, maybe him to run a different line or maybe kind of pressure him to make a mistake. That was a lot of fun to watch there coming to the close there. And then Elijah coming out of nowhere, I think he got some fresh rubbers there on that last caution there too. He came back from like sixth all the way up to second. That was a great run by him, but that 43 there, Mike Hauser coming home P3 tonight. Congratulations once again. And before I let you get out of here, buddy, who do you got to thank here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Trent though for you know, running the line he did. Like I said, I was pressuring him a lot and he didn't crack under pressure, so I got to give him that. Same to Elijah, kind of had a crazy battle there with the lap car and kind of took me out of it there, unfortunately. But yeah, I want to shout out Trent, but also want to give a huge shout out to my teammates, Josh, Justin, and Dawson. They were all so fast tonight. Like every Pristine Performance truck was so fast, and like just incidents took them out. Like they all had like top 5 speed, and they all got taken out from some incidents. I think we had like a wreck under yellow, and unfortunately took them out, gave them damage. But so proud of them, and I want to appreciate them and say thank you to them for trying to keep me cool. Giving me info near the end there and trying to keep me calm when I was getting a little frustrated. I couldn't get by Trent, so want to thank them, and want to thank Sabrina for watching and supporting me. She's really happy I finished third. I'm a little bummed at third, but I just want to thank her for all her support, and it means so much to me. So yeah.
Well, thank you there, Mike Hauser. What a great race here tonight. Going to be taking next week off and then getting into that chase here at the end tail of this season, number 2. Look forward to seeing you then, buddy.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Greg.
And what a race here tonight. The Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series, ending their regular season here at IRP. Race number 14 here in season number 2. Let's go ahead. We're going to go look back at our race results here one more time. Trent Jones coming home, your race leader, Elijah Fisher there, pulling off a second place, and Mike Hauser rounding out the field. Didn't get to talk to Trent, unfortunately, there. A little bit of connection issues, though. Congratulations. Big congratulations there to him. Definitely coming home with the regular season championship. Put that 6 wins in the regular season there for Trent Jones. Out of the 14 races, got 6 wins. Farmer had 3. Boyle with 2. Hund with 1. So a great performance by all those drivers here in the regular season. 156 laps, 105 miles total. 5 green flag lead changes between 5 different leaders. 7 caution flags for 52 laps. Trent Jones, the winner. Hard charger and the most laps led here tonight. Up 15 spots there to get that hard charger, starting back in 16th. 112 laps led. And then Mike Hauser, the 43 with the fastest lap. Talking about it there at the end. That thing was on rails. 21.995. Great job there by him. Boyle pulling off a top 5 there, up in 4th from the pole position. Great job by all of these drivers. Thank you to everybody out here stopping by, watching the race. Whether you stop by the Inspired Racing League YouTube, the Push Dad's Productions YouTube, or the Push Dad's Productions TikTok, much appreciated. Please go drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe to us on YouTube. Go hit a like on this video right now if you had a good night here this Wednesday night with the Platinum Truck Series. We got a good week of racing, though. Friday, we'll be racing with me there at the Midwest Racing Fun League. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. CST. That one's going to be a whole load of fun. Triple header driving. Twin Daytonas there, O'Reilly's and Next Gen at the end. And then trucks, I think, to start it off, going to be at Richmond. I think I read. Might be wrong there, but that's going to be fun on Friday. Saturday, Heat Series is off. Sunday, the Rogue Racing League heads to Coronado. That's going to be 7:45 CST, 8:45 p.m. EST. Monday, Cup Series going to be taking the whole week off here on Inspired Racing League. So, Cup truck, and heat all taking the week off. Tuesday, Hot Fuel Racing going to be kicking off their Kern, their final race of their season there with Hot Fuel. That's going to be 7:45 CST, 8:45 EST there Tuesday night. And then, again, next Friday, going to be my next race because Platinum going to be off. So you're going to be hanging back with me next Friday. It's been a great one, though. Look at that. First to first there in the championship top 5. Farmer finishing back in 6th. Boyle in 4th. Fisher in second. Excuse me. Hiccups are killing me. Great job by those top 5. But for Greg Tilson up in the booth, I hope you had a great time. Thank you guys all stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your night. See you the rest of the week. You guys have a great one. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you all the drivers, all the admins. Thank you Inspired Racing League. Thank you Hot Fuel Racing. Thank you Rogue Racing League. But until next time, push the edge and find the limit.